Milk is a nutritious liquid that is produced by mammals that contains proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and water. Though all female mammals produce milk, humans consume almost all of their milk from ruminants, mainly cows and buffaloes. Ruminants are a group of mammals that have a specialized digestive system that allows them to ferment plant based food in a chamber called the rumen before digesting it. They are able to extract more nutrients from plants than other herbivores by using microorganisms in the rumen. Female ruminants produce milk because they have mammary glands that are stimulated by hormones during pregnancy and lactation. Male ruminants do not have functional mammary glands, so they cannot produce milk. Dairy cattle are ruminants, which means they have a four-compartment stomach that allows them to digest fibrous plant materials such as grasses, hay, silage, and grains. The stomach of ruminant is a complex organ that consists of four compartments: the rumen, the reticulum, the omasum, and the abomasum. The rumen contains billions of microorganisms such as bacteria, protozoa, and fungi that break down the feedstuff into simple compounds that can be absorbed by the cow. The microorganisms also produce volatile fatty acids, which are the main source of energy for the cow, and essential amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. The rumen pH is maintained between 6 and 7 by saliva and bicarbonate, which buffer the acid produced by fermentation. The rumen temperature is between 100 and 108 Fahrenheit, which provides a warm and moist environment for microbial growth. The reticulum is a smaller compartment. The reticulum has a honeycomb-like structure, which gives the nickname of honeycomb stomach. It traps foreign objects that may be ingested by the cow, such as metal or stones, and helps regurgitate food for further chewing. The smaller particles that are more digested pass through the next chamber, while the larger particles that need more fermentation are regurgitated back to the mouth for further chewing. The process is called rumination or cut chewing. The omasum is the third chamber of the ruminant stomach. It is also called the many piles because of its manifold layers. The omasum acts as a filter and absorbs water, minerals, and some volatile fatty acids from the food. It also reduces the particle size further before passing it to the final chamber. The abomasum is the true stomach that secretes digestive enzymes and acids to further digest the food. The abomasum is the true stomach that secretes the digested food, then passes to the small intestine, where nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. The blood carries the nutrients to various organs, including the mammary glands. The role of ruminant stomach is milk making is to digest and ferment the plant-based food that the ruminant consumes, mainly through the action of microbes. The udder is a small mass hanging beneath the animal, composed of pairs of mammary glands with protruding teats. The udder is connected to the stomach by a network of blood vessels, nerves, and some lymphatic ducts. A healthy udder requires a healthy stomach and vice versa. It is estimated that about 400 pounds of blood must pass through the udder to produce 1 pound of milk. The udder is connected to the mammary glands, which synthesize milk from blood and secrete it into the alveoli, small sacs that store milk until it is released. Mammary glands are specialized organs that produce milk. The mammary glands are composed of clusters of alveoli, which are tiny sacs that secrete milk. The alveoli are the basic units of milk production in the mammary glands of cattle. They are small, spherical structures that are surrounded by a network of capillaries and connected to a duct system that transport the milk to the teeth. The alveoli are composed of two types of cells: secretory cells and myoepithelial cells. The secretory cells synthesize and secrete milk components such as lactose, fat, protein, and minerals into the alveolar lumen. The myoepithelial cells contract and squeeze the alveoli, forcing the milk into the ducts. The alveolar function is regulated by hormones such as prolactin, oxytocin, estrogen, and progesterone, as well as by local factors such as pressure and feedback inhibitors. The composition of cattle milk depends on various factors such as the breed, diet, stage of lactation, and environmental conditions of the cows. However, in general, cattle milk consists of about 87% water, 4.9% lactose, 3.4% fat, 3.3% protein, and 0.7% minerals. The protein fraction of milk contains casein and whey proteins, which have different properties and nutritional value. Fat fraction of milk contains various fatty acids, some of which have health benefits. The mineral fraction of milk includes calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium, and other trace elements. Milk also contains small amounts of other substances such as vitamins, enzymes, pigments, and gases. Cows produce 81% of world milk production. Camels produce 0.5% of world milk production and important in arid regions. Buffalo produce 50% of world milk production, with mostly in developing countries. Goats produce 2% of world milk population production and have milk that is easier to digest than cow's milk. Sheep produce 1% of milk production and have milk that is rich in protein and fat. The milk-making process of ruminants involves a complex digestive system that allows them to extract nutrients. The nutrients are then used in an intricate manner by mammary glands to produce milk. Points to ponder. From simple grass, ruminants, after intricate process, convert it into poisonous blood that in turns processed into nutritious liquid whose main beneficiary is unrelated third party. How one can develop such an elaborate system without well planning and well defined purpose, and for whom?